This week we have a very exciting week. It is the World Jigsaw Puzzle Competition that's happening in Valladolid, Spain. And what we're going to do today, we're going to cover all the puzzles from the competition, from the preliminary stages, both the individual 6 groups and also the pairs 4 groups. And we're going to talk about each one of the puzzles. We're going to look at it. I don't know, maybe you don't have time to watch all the live events. Maybe it's like really something that takes a bunch of time to watch the whole thing, and you just want to look more closely at the puzzles and see how they look and how it is to do them, like maybe more quickly. And maybe you just like also to do some additional recap at the end of the day, and you decided that it might be interesting to watch it here. So please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. And if you want to see time lapses of all of my puzzles, you can go to puzzlesbyLiza Ravensburger on YouTube, and you can see also all of those puzzles and a lot of others over there. So let's jump straight to it and look at what people are competing and how quickly they can get those puzzles done. And I've done all the puzzles. Actually, 2 of them I've done just this morning, but all the rest of the 8 I've done prior to this time. So I have a personal experience doing all of them. And we'll see actually puzzles that some of them are more nature and some of them are quite different illustrations. And we're going to go through all of those and talk about how it is to do them. And I will add some videos of actually when I've done it. So actually the first puzzle in like part number A, that was this puzzle. It's called Boathouse in Smogen, Sweden. It's from the Scandinavian Places series, and it's by Stefan Heffele. And this puzzle is actually very, very easy. And most of the time, what I did is actually to start with those houses, because that actually makes the easiest kind of pop-up colors, and it's very easy to start with those. It's also pretty easy to put together the parts of the boats that are very, very colorful, and then you just end with the rest. But this puzzle is actually very easy to separate. It's very easy to do. It's really a lot of fun, and probably from the Scandinavian edition or any kind of nature puzzles, it's like one of the easy puzzles to do. So overall, I would say that really part A did that. They did get an easy puzzle. But let's actually look at what happened with Group B. So Group B got this puzzle, and this puzzle is called Sunset in Copenhagen. It's also Scandinavian Places. It's by Mario Rollini, and it's of course from 2024, because everything here is from 2024. Most of those are actually more available in Germany than anywhere else, and you could see actually the difference probably between the numbers that starts with 12000 that seems more of a Germany thing than the stuff that starts with 12001, which is more of the UK type of puzzles basically, or more illustration going to all over the world. That's kind of like how I look at these patterns right now. So this puzzle is actually very difficult, and so if you'd see, to be in Group B would be harder than to be in Group A. But let's talk for a second about why it doesn't matter if you got this puzzle or if you got the other puzzle. Really, the main thing is that what we really aspire to get is that we want the best puzzlers to qualify and go to the next round. And really, if the same people in Group B got this puzzle, the best puzzlers would go actually to be probably in the top qualifying 16. And if the same people got this puzzle, very likely that most of the 60 that would go up would be the same 60 people. So in reality, it doesn't really matter if you get a very difficult puzzle or if you get a very easy puzzle. The really fast puzzlers are going to be able to qualify and go to the next round. And then of course, at the end, they're going to be competing against each other. So that really does mean that it doesn't really matter if you get an easy puzzle or not. Maybe some people, especially the ones at the end that are coming from different countries, might be different, but basically these people are not the real probably candidates to get the World Jigsaw Competition Championship. So that's the reason it doesn't matter, and hopefully that helps to understand. It's still nicer if the level seems to be quite equal, but it doesn't actually mean anything. So as I said, this one is probably one of the hardest puzzles that we're going to see right now. In that, maybe actually it was, yeah, it's not the hardest. I'll show you the hardest later on, but this one is very close to the hardest one. It is very brown. It's not having a lot of differences. It's a fun puzzle. It's a beautiful puzzle, but it takes, for like almost anybody, more time than the other puzzles that we've already seen. And so Group B got a more difficult puzzle. Now Group C, I don't have this puzzle anymore because I sold it, but it's called Postcards from Paris. It is by Lars Stewart, and it's actually licensed by MGL. And it's of course also from 2024. It is very similar to the puzzles of the London postcard or the New York postcard. And overall, I would say that's the easiest puzzle. Not only that, it actually was used in other competitions around the world. I believe it was used in the Canadian Jigsaw puzzle competition already. And really, probably lots of people did this puzzle as well as other puzzles that we're going to see in a minute. But that means, again, the fastest puzzle need to qualify. And then, of course, it's like more tricky because like in preliminary rounds, you're not getting new puzzles. You're getting quite new puzzles, but not new that they're just produced for the event, basically. So the Postcard from Paris is the puzzle that you could see people actually did very, very quickly because of that reason. And so really the Paris puzzle, somebody did it in 26 minutes and 39 seconds, which is actually absolutely crazy. And that's not any speed that I could do it, even if I would do this puzzle like for 40 times in a row. But that is actually very, very impressive overall. Now, from there we go to actually like puzzles for Group B. It's called Hello Vinyl. It's by Andrea Tilk. It's of course also from 2024. And I've done this puzzle in May. And this puzzle was also used in the Canadian competition. And so if you look at like what most people do, I actually started from this yellow because I have a thing for yellow and I really, really like yellow. But almost anybody that's doing this puzzle is going to put the blue aside because it's such a dark blue that it's just popping in your eye. You can very easily move it aside. And so that is basically helping you to at least remove that section or do it first or do it later. But basically like you take some puzzle pieces aside. The darkest and the hardest part are of course this side over here and that side over there. Not including like this pattern stuff over here. So this puzzle is again one of the more easy puzzles across this thing. And in addition to that, that puzzle is also was used by other competitions and is more available than others. So I'm pretty sure a bunch of people did that as well. This puzzle, by the way, somebody did it in 34 minutes and 17 seconds. That was Mercedes, who is absolutely amazing, and last year did a nature puzzle the fastest, and I think left everybody quite shocked with how quickly she can do puzzles. From here we're going to go to another puzzle that I don't have anymore. It's called a Spy X Family Season 1. That puzzle is a puzzle by Crunchyroll, and that puzzle is actually a very nice puzzle. There is a puzzle with 1,000 pieces with Spy X Family, and that's a good question if it's going to be used maybe for the teams competition. Yeah, but it could be used actually for that. So that puzzle is the pink hair is the thing that's easiest to do. The people are also quite easy. The ones like you see the faces and stuff, and then you have like to kind of fill all the rest. I would say that among the ones that we've seen, it's probably like it's not super difficult. It's definitely like not super difficult. It's also not that super easy. It's kind of like somewhere probably in a pretty good middle. And that puzzle was done in 37 minutes and 24 seconds, which is quite amazing as well. And then the last puzzle for that group is this puzzle, which is basically called Formula 1 Monaco. It's by Alex Silt from Crooked Cartoon. It's also from 2024, and this puzzle I've done it just today. So I actually started with a bunch of the yellows and the red here, and continued with this part and that part, and finished with the write-up of Monaco. Actually, the part that's written here on the side is very, very helpful to make it actually a bit easier, and so that is very nice to do that thing. Overall, cute puzzle, very hard to get because it's really, really new and just got out from Germany, but it's actually a pretty easy puzzle. And that puzzle, Alejandro did this puzzle today, and he got it done probably in 2 minutes. Let's see, in 34 minutes and 43 seconds. So as I said, that puzzle, very likely most people haven't done it before, and that puzzle is actually still on the easy side, except the Monaco stuff is like slightly more challenging. This part is actually a pretty easy part. So now we're gonna look at the pairs puzzles, and again we will see actually very different kind of like difficulty levels in those as well. Okay, so we'll start with this one. This one is Farm in Sweden. It's Scandinavian Places, Uber Images from 2024. And I have to tell you, I've done this puzzle like probably like a few weeks ago, and this puzzle is absolutely very difficult. The only easy part is the part over here. All of those flowers are actually not that easy to get done. And so overall, I would say that is the most difficult puzzle, even in the pairs. But I would probably match it with the puzzle that we've seen earlier with the boats, because I think that both of them actually like are probably better matches for a pair to do rather than any other thing. And really, if you are a pair, it's not easy that much to separate that into two people as well. You can of course see all of those things, and there are different flowers in different sizes here, but it's actually not that easy. And I do want to tell you that this puzzle has been done by Kristen and her partner in 33 minutes and 58 seconds. And again, this is actually like really an amazing achievement for something as difficult as this. And we can see actually the difference in the puzzle's difficulty about like how quickly people could finish them. Because if we look at puzzle number 2, which is really a beautiful puzzle that I think a lot of people would be happy to get and do, it's called Magical Fairies. It's by Fabio Pia Magnisi. It's from 2024, of course. And that puzzle, you can imagine, is like much easier. It was done by 23 minutes and 9 seconds with Teresa and Marketa from the Czech Republic. And this puzzle, you have a lot of what to work with. You can really separate a lot more easily what's going on here. And I've done this puzzle, I think, at the beginning of August. And so the white is like super easy to do. The fairy lady is very easy to do. And overall, I would say this puzzle is really easy to actually get done pretty quickly. So again, it doesn't matter, because in the end, the people from Group A are going to be, the top of them are going to come and actually compete from the top people of Group B. So really, again, the fastest are going up in any case. It's just sometimes more fun to do when it's easy and actually to feel like you're making more progress more quickly. And then going to like a much harder puzzle again, we have this puzzle, and this puzzle is called Pink Thunder. It is the Power of Nature, which is basically the new nature edition puzzle. It's by Getty Images, and of course it's also from 2024. And if you look at this puzzle, there is a lot of what to work, and I love skies. That's why I would consider actually the puzzle with the farm and all the flowers much harder than this one, which is more of my liking. But this puzzle is very dark at the bottom, and so that makes it slightly harder to complete quickly. Definitely if you compare it to the puzzle from Group B or the puzzle we'll see in a moment in Group D. This puzzle actually has been done in 29 minutes and 10 seconds. And I do want to say Chiara was in the second pair that finished it. And that is, again, amazing achievement. And I know some of the people because I've been there last year, and I know some puzzle people, but as you can see, I'm not there this year. Okay, and then Group D got Brunch Crunch. It's by Pink Light Studio, and that is from 2024. And that's actually like really a very easy puzzle because you have a lot of different things to work with, a lot of patterns, and everything is quite organized. And so this puzzle is a puzzle that is really quick and easy to do, and it's really fun. So if you're looking for fun puzzles that have been in the competition, I would say this is one of the top ones that I would point out to. And this one has been done in 20 minutes and 12 seconds with Alejandro and Gisela did both like this puzzle. And of course, Alejandro is always seeming to be superhuman. So he's just continuing with being superhuman as usual. So yeah, this puzzle is actually the last one in Group D. And now I'm going to give you some guesses of what I think is going to be in the individual semifinals if they don't put new puzzles in there, basically. So let's look at those puzzles. Okay, so one that is very likely to be in the semifinal is this one. It's called The Eye of the Glacier, and this is also the Power of Nature edition, and it's also by Stefan Heffele. I have not done this puzzle, but I'm going to do it tomorrow morning because I know there is a good chance it's going to be in the semifinals. So this puzzle is probably going to be difficult because it's very, very blue, and it is also very beautiful, but we will see if that works. Another puzzle that could be there was this one. It's called Fantasy Mystic Witch, and this is by Melke Haug. And this puzzle is really, really fun. I wonder if this is going to be part of the semifinals, but it's definitely, I think, a reasonable scenario that this is going to be there. Another one that could be there is that Scandinavian Places called Northern Lights. It's by Manfred Bortol from 2024, and this puzzle is actually cute, and it's part of the series that 3 out of 4 has been done already, so guesses is this could be there. 2 that are less likely to be there, but still could be there. One would be this Sonic, and Sonic is from Sega, and I've done this puzzle. It's actually pretty easy. I just don't think necessarily it's going to be there because it does have royalties. But since Spy X was there, it could be there. So I'm not going to tell you that I'm 100% sure it's not going to be there. It is 2024, so it could be there. And then the last one that I think might be there is this one. It's called Merry Grinchmas Challenge, Dr. Seuss. And I don't really believe that it's going to be there, but there is a chance. And when there is a chance, we need to cover the chances here. So I think with that, we covered all the puzzles that have been in the individuals competition, in the pairs competition, and potentially in the semifinals. And with that, I'll tell you, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. I am very appreciative that you're watching my videos, and please put comments, likes, shares, whatever you want. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.